أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome to Understand Al-Quran the Easy Way, Course 5, page 16, pointer B. Today we will study the Surah Al-Baqarah verses 108. We saw each juz has 4 parts and each part has 5 pages. The first 5 pages, 1 to 5, you studied in QC2 with 37 ayahs of Surah Al-Baqarah and Surah Al-Fatih. The next 5 pages, page 6 to 10, you study in QC3 with 39 ayahs. The next 5 pages, page 11 to 15, you study in QC4 from 29 ayahs. The last 5 pages, that is page 16 to 20, now you are studying in QC5 from 106 up to 141, 36 ayahs. There are 141 ayahs in the first juz. Inshallah, we will complete them in this course. Let's to revise the pages and proceed the first page, that is page 16. The pointers are, first pointer is abrogations, second is don't question, third pointer is wish of the people of the book, and the fourth pointer is paradise for Jews and Christians only. Let's to keep them on the left hand finger. Yes, what are the pointers for the page 16?
Abrogation,
Don't
don't
question,
question,
wish of the
wish
people
of
of
the
the book,
people,
Paradise for Jews and
paradise
Christians
for Jews
only.
and Christians only.
Christians only.
Abrogations don't question, wish of the people of the book, paradise for Jews and Christians only. What about the brief pointers? Yes, what are the brief pointers?
Question,
Abrogation, question, wish,
Paradise.
wish
paradise.
paradise.
Abrogation, question, wish, paradise. Today we will study the second pointer of the page 16. That is don't question. So this pointer has relation with the previous verses. Earlier, Allah talked about the Jews of Medina who were trying to create confusion among the Muslims. Allah warned Muslims and Jews to respect the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أم تريدون أن تسألوا رسولكم كما سئل موسى من قبل ومن يتبدل للكفر بالإيمان فقد ضل سواء السبيل. Or do you intend to ask your messenger as Musa was asked before? And whoever exchanges faith for disbelief has certainly strayed from the right path. Let's look the words coming in this. Is a harf. Turiduna is the mudari word, and it is babi ifal pattern, so it have the dhamma on the mudari. An is a harf. Tas'alu, it was tas'aluna. An, man, ma, they come as a harf shart, so they take the dhamma, the noon of the plural. So it is an tas'alu, from tas'aluna. Rasulakum, Rasul is isam, kum is a zamir isam, so isam plus isam murakkabi dafi. Ka is a harf, ma is a isam. Su'ila, su'ila is the madi mujari. You know the madi mudari pattern. What is the madi mudari pattern? That is fu'ila. Fa have dhamma, and the ain kalma have kasra, and the lam kalma have fatha. So fu'ila. On the same pattern, you see there is a dhamma on the first letter, there is a kasra on the second letter, and there is a fatha on the last letter. So you can correlate them as dhamma on the first, kasra on the second letter, and fatha on the last. So fu'ila is madi. Madi majhool. It is called Madi majhool. So this is Madi majhool, fuila. Suila is on the same pattern. So we say it's Madi majhool. Okay, it's Madi majhool suila. Musa, Musa is the Isa. Min is a harf. Kablu, Kablu is a ismi majhool. So at time, the Kablu actually is coming as a Kablu. Second one is also Kablu. The third one is also Kablu. So it's Rafa is Kablu, Nas is Kablu. So here it is actually Jar. Why Jar? Because after a harf Jar, ismi majroor. The next one is coming is what? Waw. Waw is a harf. Man is a ism, masula ism. And the next one is yatabaddal. Yatabaddal, ya is mudari. If I remove the mudari, how many letters have tabaddil? Tabaddal, how many letters you find?
5.
5. So we saw when the shad word coming with 4 letters, just like alima, 4 letters with the shad. Or here, you can say tabaddil, 5 letters. I told you when the 4-letter verb come, the verb is what?
Tafa'ul.
Taf'eel. And when the 5-letter come, the verb is taf'ul. That has the shad 5-letter. The 4-letter it is verb is taf'eel. 4-letter with the shad, verb taf'eel. 5-letter with the shad, verb is taf'ul. So here it is 5-letter. This one is having 5-letter with the shad. So it's the babi taf'ul. So that is the difference between the 4-letter shad and the 5-letter shad words. Al-kufra. Al-kufra is ism because alif lam is there. Kafara, yakfuru, ukfur, kafirun, makfurun, kufrun. Kufrun, that is the masdar. It become al-kufr. From al-kufr it become al-kufra. Doesn't matter, but it's an ism. B is a harf jar. And al-iman. Al-iman is a ismi majroor. Fa is a harf, kad is a harf. Dalla is a repeated letter word, dad lam lam, and it's a dalla is a, what is this? Dalla, madi verb. Sawa is a ism. As-sabil is a ism majroor. Now look, these we have got 2 type of ism here. What? One is as-sabili, kasra here. One is al-imani, kasra. Both has the kasra. Note that both has the kasra. But before this, we have got a word B, harf jar. Here we have got a word, we don't know what is this. We are not sure about it. We know there is a word, but at least it is not the harf jar. Okay. Remember, when a ism come with the kasra, it is either majroor or it may be mudaf ilayh. When you find a ism majroor, if there is a harf jar, so that is called ism majroor. And the compound of this both will be called, what will be called? It will be called jar and majroor. The compound will be called jar wa majroor. If there is a harf jar, if there is a ism majroor, their combination will give the jar majroor. But when there is a ism majroor and there is no harf jar, be sure, before that will be always ism. And that ism will be mudaf. What is the sign of mudaf? No alif lam, no tanween. So when they come, no alif lam, no tanween. That is mudaf. So whenever you find a ism majroor, either it is a ism majroor or it is a mudaf ilayh. When it's mudaf ilayh, there will be always an ism that will be called mudaf. And mudaf will be always without alif lam and tanween. So this is the easiest compound to recognize both in the Arabic grammar. The easiest recognizable compounds in Arabic grammars are jar majroor and murakkabe idafi, because both of them will have, what will have they will have a ism majroor.
Yes, sir.
Ism jar majroor ism. If harf jar, jar majroor. If no harf jar, there will be always a ism before it, and that will be mudaf. As I said you earlier, after the harf jar, there is always ism majroor. Okay. Now I am telling, before the ism majroor, there will be either a harf jar or there will be a ism. If it is ism, that will be always mudaf. And what is the sign of mudaf? It will not have alif lam. That's simple. So I am telling you two rules today. One is jar majroor rule, other is the mudaf. The identification of both is with the ism majroor. You can say if ism majroor, that is the sign. If harf jar, jar. If no harf jar, that will be must an ism, and that will be mudaf. No alif. Have you got my point, or you are still sleeping like me?
Sir, we have got your point.
Okay. Let's to go for the next. The same ayah, is a harf. Turiduna is the mudari verb because it's babe ifal pattern, so it will have dhamma. An is a harf. Tas'aluna is a tas'alu become because due to an ma harf shart. They come, they are double chopper. They chop double verb. Rasula is a ism, kum is a zamir ism, ka is a harf, ma is a ism, su'ila is the mudari verb because fu'ila pattern. You saw the fu'ila pattern. Musa is a ism, min is a harf, kablu is a ism. Though the sign is dhamma, but ism is in the state of jar because harf jar is in front of it. Waw is a harf, man is a ism, yatabaddali. It is 5 letters which are babe tafaul. That is tadabbara pattern. Al-kufra is a ism because alif lam, b is a harf, al-iman is the ism majroor, fa is a harf, kad is a harf, dalla is a what? The repeated letter word. Let's to have this concept clear. When I say dalla, the letters are dal, lam, and la. Okay? Dalla. If I say there is another word, hayya, the root letter are ha, ya, and ya. Now, can you distinguish between both? One is dad, lam, lam, other is ha, ya, ya. If this come, we say it is the repeated letter. What we call it as a yaksa haruf, or simply you can say the repeated letter verb. Repeated letter verb. You can say repeated verb. So it is the repeated. But when this come, we will not say certainly. We will say weak verb. Because there is a weak letter. Either it comes once or twice, it doesn't matter. Suppose it was ha, wow, wow. It's still weak verb. Ha, yeah, still weak verb. But this dal lam lam is not a weak verb. It is repeated verb. Because yesterday I might have told you the letter which we have in Arabic, they are either 28 and someone say they are 29. Whatever they may be, out of them, 3 are the weak letter. If we minus these 3, we get either 25 or we get the 26 word. Whatsoever case may be, either 25 or 26, they are called the sound letters. Lam is a sound letter. When 2 sound letters come, that is the category of repeated. If the 2 weak letters come, it is not the repeated letter category, it is the weak verb. Doesn't matter once weak verb or 2. For example, if it come ha, wow, ya, 2 weak letter. Maybe the 2 weak letters similar, wow, wow, or maybe the same shape, yeah, doesn't matter. Maybe different, maybe same, but the weak letter double doesn't make it repeated letter. The repeated letter are counted only for the sound letter, which are 25 or 26. These 3 weak letters, their categories has been separated from sound. So that is another concept of the day which I wanted to make clear to people. Luckily, we had the little time available due to the short ayah. So I gave you 2 or 3 concepts today. First, the Madi Majhul concept, fully. Second, I give you the Jar Majur and Mudaf ilayh concept with the Ismi Majrur or Jar. And third concept I gave you today is regarding the repeated letter, and the weak letter coming repeated will not be counted there. So let's go the lesson learned from this ayah. You can ask question to learn about, not those they are based on the length or the obstinacy. Look, the new words in each line, cipher to cipher, on average less than 1 in each line. Let's go for the word for word and the phrase for phrase translation and explanation of the ayah. Bismillah. Or turiduna, you wish, that tas'alu, you ask, rasula, the messenger, your, kama, as su'ila, was asked, Musa alayhi salam, min qabl, before it. Waman, and the whoever, yatabaddali, exchanges al-kufra, the disbelief, bil imani, with the faith, faqad, to certainly or so certainly, dalla, he went astray, sawan, the evenness, as-sabila, of the path. Let's to take the explanation for this. A person asks prophets to send down the book from the sky or bring the rivers as a proof of prophethood. Allah warned Musa alayhi salam not to ask such questions. Musa alayhi salam also was asked similar questions. So Allah warned Muslims not to ask such question. Musa alayhi salam also was asked similar questions, for example, show Allah openly. Rasulakum is addressed to the Jews too. O Jews, your messenger is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No, don't misbehave as you did earlier with the Musa alayhi salam. If one questions Allah or messenger in a wrong way, then he loses the faith. We should not question the guidelines or the commands given in the authenticated hadith and the sunnah. Ask a scholar if you have a doubt. Let's have a hadith here. Abu Huraira radiallahu ta'ala anhu reported that he heard Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying, avoid that which I forbade you to do, and do that which I command you to do, to the best of your capacity. Verily, the people before you went to their doom because they had put too many questions to their prophets and then disagreed with their teachings. So, Alim, now somebody among you, please repeat or recite this ayah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Yes, sister, go
السلام
ahead.
عليكم.
Wa alaikum
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
أم تريدون, or do you wish, أن تسألوا, that you ask, رسولكم, your messenger, كما سئل موسى, as was asked Musa, من قبل, before, woman, and whoever, يتبدل exchanges, يتبدل الكفر, the disbelief, بالإيمان, with the faith, فقد, so certainly, ضل سواء السبيل, he went astray from evilness of the way.
Jazakallah, sister. Let's to look the lesson learned once again. You can ask questions to learn, but not those that are based on rebellion or the obstinacy. Let's pray. Oh Allah, help us value the blessings of Islam and the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Help us to implement and propagate Islam with passions and excellence. Make a plan. Inshallah, I will ask scholars whenever I have doubts or questions about the Islam. Look, the asma in this ayah, Rasul plural is Rusul. Sabil plural is Subul. The three-letter verbs kafara, yakfuru, ukfur, kafirun, mafurun, kufr. Kafara is the root letter and bab is nasa. Here is the al-kufr. You see, kufr, it is the masdar. Alif lam is coming, al-kufr, it's the proper noun. The next is the weak verb, the hamza, and the repeated. Among them is sa'ala, yasalu, sal. Sa'ilun, masulun, sawalun. Sin hamza lam is the root letter, bab is fatah. Here the word has come, su tas'alu, it's a mudari. Yasalu, yasaluna. Tasalu, asalu, tasaluna. Actually, it's what tasaluna. But due to an harf shart, noon has been dropped. The next one is dalla yadillu dilla. Dalun dash dalalatun. Dot lam lam is the root letter. Bab is daraba. Here it is dalla, the past first form has been used. Next is the mazid fi. Among is arada, yuridu, arid, muridun, muradun, iradatun. Ra vav dal is the root letter. Bab is ifal, pattern is aslam. So when the bab ifal verb comes, their mudare always have dhamma. From yuridu, yuriduna. Turidu, uridu. Plural is turiduna. So here the turiduna has come. So it's the dhamma is that. We saw how the dhamma comes. There are four possible reasons of dhamma. Look at this word. If it is mudare majhul, in mudare majhul, it should have been to read. Okay. To read. do na. Okay, turiduna is yuridu. Turiduna. If it is mudare majhul, what is the last letter? The last letter is here this dal. Vav nun is not the last letter, it is the plural sign. So dal is the last letter and before it is the ya. So ya should have a fatha. And the first letter have a dhamma. Then it is mudare majhul. So if suppose it is not mudare majhul, it is not having the fatha, then it should have what? The next is Bab Tafil. It should have shad here. Suppose it does not have the shad even. Then the next is Bab Mufala. The Bab Mufala should have a alif here. There is no alif. So the last reason remain is Bab Ifal. So it is Bab Ifal. Verb. When Bab Ifal verb come, it Dhamma always have, its Mudare always have Dhamma because this is the 4 letter. When 4-letter word come, its Mudare will take the Dhamma. Just like Allama is the 4 letter. You allimu take the Dhamma. You allimu, yuallimuna, tuallimu, allimu, tuallimuna, all are taking Dhamma. Hasaba, 4 letter. Yuhasibu, yuhasibuna, tuhasibu, wahasibu, tuhasibu, sub, all taking Dhamma. Just like Aslama, 4 letter. Yuslimu, yuslimuna, tuslimu, uslimu, tus, all taking. So arada is the 4-letter word, so it is taking the Dhamma. So it is taking Dhamma. The reason of Dhamma may be 4 reasons. Either it is a Mudari Majhul when it has a Fatha before the last letter. It may be Babi Mufala, Babi Tafil when it have a Shad here. It may be Babi Mufala if it has Alif. If no Alif, no Fatha, no Shad, then the 4th reason of Dhamma is always and always only one, that is Babi Ifal. Arada is a 4 letter from Babi Ifal, so it's taking Dhamma. Yuridu, yuriduna, turidu, uridu, turiduna, yuridu. So this was another concept I cleared to you people. What are the possible reason of the Dhamma on Mudari? The 4 possible reason is either Mudari Majhul, or Babi Tafil, or Babi Mufala, or Babi Ifal. Majhul, the last letter before must have a Fatha. Babi Tafil, the word must have a Shad. Babi Mufala, the word must have Alif in it. If no Fatha before the last letter, no Shad on the word, no Alif, then it's mandatory you have to attach or you can declare it is from Babi Ifal. So that was the next verb among is arada, yuridu, arid, muridun, muradun, iradatun. We did here the word turiduna. It's a mudari from yuridu, yuriduna, turidu, uridu, turiduna. It's a plural front. The next is tabaddala, yatabaddalu, tabaddal, mutabaddilun, mutabaddal, dash. Dash tabaddal. Ba'd Allah is the root letter. And here it is what? It is the 5-letter verb, tabaddala. And shad. 5-letter tabadla belong to what? Babi Tafal. That is the Dabara. If it was 4-letter, just like Baddala, if I say the word was Baddala, look, if it was Baddala, Ba, Dal, and La. Baddala, it is 4-letter. It is 4-letter. But here it is Tabaddala. Tabaddala, you find it is 5-letter. When it is Tabaddala 5-letter, then you can distinguish easily. It is coming from the which Bab? Babi Tafil. tafil. Okay. If it is 5-letter and a shad, its bab will be what? Taf'ul, having shad on this ain kalma. So you can easily distinguish 4-letter shad, 5-letter shad, 4-letter shad, bab tafil. Allama is the pattern. 5-letter with shad, bab is taf'ul, and the pattern is tadabbur. Tadabbur. So that is the distinguishing point between. I divided for your easiness all the 8 sound verbs of Mazid Fi into 4 groups. Out of them, the first group was that which I told today. 4-letter with shad, 5-letter with shad. The 4-letter with shad, bab taf'il, allama is the 5-letter shad is the bab tafa'ul, and pattern is the tadabbur. Here now you can see the example is in front of you. This have 5-letter with shad. So bab tafa'ul, tadabbur is the pattern. Okay. Amana yuminu amin, mu'min, mu'man, iman. Hamza mim nun is the root letter. Bab is ifal, because amana is the 4-letter verb. Amana, the standing Hamza is equal to Hamza, standing sign. So babi ifal aslama is the pattern. So let's go for the grammar. Welcome to Understand Al-Quran the Easy Way, Course 5 with page 16.b. Today we will study another important topic, that is inna and its sister, anna, kanna, lakinna. Before that we studied the rafa sign when there is a dhamma or dhammatain, one dhamma or double dhamma. The sign is this standing figure called rafa. Means it's ready to work. When there is one fatah or double fatah or fatatan, the sign is this lines in fingers, nas, rafa, nas. If suppose there is a one kasra or 2 kasra, that is called jar. The sign will be bowing sign. Standing finger, lying finger, bowing finger. So if I say Allahu Ghafur, Allah is a proper noun. So it's mubtada. Ghafurun is a khabar because it's nakra, common noun. So Allahu Ghafurun is a jumla ismiya because it is both are in the rafa. Yesterday I showed you how to distinguish between a compound and a jumla ismiya. Now you should be very clear about jumla ismiya, that which start with the ism. And the first ism is proper noun, the second is the common noun. And both are in the state of raf. That is the jumla. If we add inna, what happens? The moment inna comes, it adopts the first ism as a ismu inna. It called first ism ismu inna. And the second ism is called khabru inna. The ismu inna is always mansub, having fatah or fatatan. And the khabru inna is always marfu, having dhamma or dhamma. That is the change. Look, Allahu Ghafurun, both were rafa, both were having dhamma or dhamma. Inna Allah Ghafur. After the inna, ism has become mansub, means having fatah, nas. And khabar is the same, marfu. So, Inna Allah Ghafurun, this is the sign. Inna, ismu inna has become mansub. And the khabar marfu. Let's have example. If I say Muhammadun Rasulun, it's a jumla ismiya. Why? Because Muhammad is a proper noun, Rasulun is a common noun. Both are in the raf. So it's a jumla ismiya. Let to attach inna. The moment I attach inna, what happens? It will become inna Muhammadan Rasul. This Muhammadun, which was rafa, now becoming ismu inna, become mansub, nas. And the Rasulun khabar is. So we say inna Muhammadan Rasul. Why the Muhammadan is mansub? Because it's ismu inna. Ismu inna is always in the state of nas. So this is mansub in the nas state. Rasulun, why is marfu? Because khabru inna is always marfu. Okay. Have another. Hudun nabiyun. Hudun is a proper noun. So mubtada. Nabiyun is common noun. So khabar. Both are marfu. So is jumla. Let's to attach inna. The moment you attach inna, what happens? Yes, you people try it. No, you can try.
إن هدى النبي
إن
هدى نبي
Yeah.
إنه هدى النبي.
هدى
Inna
رسول
hudan nabiyun. Or you can say simply inna hudan nabiyun. That doesn't matter. The matter this, the hudun, which was marfu, it have become hudan. That become mansub. Why is mansub? Because ismu inna. Ismu inna is always in the state of nas, so it's mansub. Why nabiyun is rafa? Because it's khabar. Khabar is always ismu inna. The khabru inna is always marfu. Look another example. Zaidun saghir. Let's to attach inna. So what will be the chain in this sentence?
إن زيدا
إن زيدا
صغير
Inna Zaidan Saghira. So the ismu inna is mansub. Why is Zaidun is mansub? Because it's ismu inna. Saghirun is why marfu? Because it's a khabru inna. There is another rule. Let me to tell. When we put double fatah on a noun, there is a rule you have to attach alif. You have to add alif. So Muhammad, Huda, or Zaid, or Muhammad and Huda. Only exception is that when there is round ta at the end of some noun, you will not add alif. Just like muslimatun, you will not add muslimatan with fatah or the alif. Or if there is a alif mamduda, alif mamduda come just like as-sama', alif and hamza is coming, then you will not. So that is a separate rule. We will discuss some else time. Sa'dun kabirun. Let's to add inna. How you will change the sentence?
إن سعدا كبير
إن
Inna
سادا
sa'dan kabira. You put it the fatatan, so you add alif. Inna sa'dan kabira. Why sa'dan mansub? Because ismu inna. Why kabirun marfu? Because khabru inna. Khabru inna is marfu. Ismu inna is mansub. Let's have another. Al-baytu kabir. Al-baytu is a proper noun, so it's mubtada. Kabirun is a common noun, so it's a khabar. Al-baytu kabir. Both are marfu, so it's jumla ismiya. If it's jumla ismiya, let's to add the inna to it. So what will happen now to this sentence?
إن البيت
إن
كبير
بيت الكبير
Al-baytu will become al-bayta. Why it will become al-bayta? Mansub. Because ismu inna. Why the kabirun is marfu? Because it's khabru inna. Let's have another example. Al-muslimu sadiq. Add the inna.
إن المسلم
إن
صادق
المسلم
Inna
الصادق
al-muslima sadiq. Why al-muslima is mansub?
صادق
Because ismu inna. Why the sadiqun is marfu? Because khabru inna. Al-mu'minu salih. Attach the inna.
إن
إن
المؤمنين
المؤمن
الصالحين
صالح
Inna al-mu'mina salim. Al-mu'minu become from rafa to nas al-mu'mina. Salihun remain the salih because it's khabru inna. The ismu inna is mansub. Khabru inna is. Have another. Al-munafiqu fasiq. Add the inna.
إن
إن
المنافق
المنافق
فاسق
فاسق
Inna al-munafiqa fasiqun. Note one thing more. We are not adding alif this time. When there is a alif lam or kasra, single kasra, we don't add alif. When this is double fatah, then add the alif. Okay. Al-muslimatu sadiqatu. Al-muslimatu is a feminine proper noun, so it's mubtada. Sadiqatun, a common noun, feminine, so it's a khabar. Al-muslimatu sadiqat, both are rough, both are in the marfu or the rough state, so it's jumla. Let to add inna. The moment I add inna, what will happen? The next sentence. What will be the next sentence?
Innal muslimata sadiqatun.
Innal muslimata
Innal
sadiqatun.
muslimata sadiqatun. This al
Sadiqatun.
muslimatu become the al muslimata and sadiqata remain the same. So we will say innal muslimata. Why al muslimata mansub? Because ismu inna. Why sadiqatin is marfu? Because khabru inna. Ismu inna is mansub. Khabru. Maybe the masculine, maybe the feminine. Al mu'minatu sadiqatun. Al mu'minatu a proper noun, so mubtada. Salihatun common noun. Khabar. Khabar and mubtada both are in the state of raf, so it's jumla. I like to add inna.
Innal muslimata
Innal
salihah.
mu'minata salihatun.
Sister, stop. I am surprised. Al mu'mina, how change into al
Innal
muslima?
mu'minata
No, somebody said al
salihatun.
muslima. So I'm still stuck here. How the
Innal
al mu'mina change
mu'minata
into al muslima?
salihatun.
Al mu'minata salih. Al mu'minata, why it's mansub? Because it's inna. Salihatun, why marfu? Because khabru inna. Let's have al munafiqatu fasika. Add the inna.
Innal
Innal
munafiqata
munafiqata
fasiqatun.
God thanks you have not changed the munafiqa into mu'mina or muslim. Al munafiqata fasika. You have not to change the words. Word will remain. Yes, you will change the raf and nas. Okay? Never change the ism. Ism will remain same in the both the jumla ismiya and in nasb. Yes, their state will change. In jumla ismiya, they were al muslimatu, al mu'minatu, al munafiq. In jumla inna, it is al muslimata, al mu'minata, al munafiq. But never change the muslima to mu'mina or munafiqa, or mu'mina to muslima or munafiqa. You have not, and you are not authorized to change the noun. You can change the position, rafa to nas. Okay, left hand. Al muslimuna. Al muslimuna is a proper noun because alif lam is there, so it's mubtada. Sadiquna is a common noun, so it's khabar. Both are in the rafa. How is it rafa? We know when the word is made plural from the dhamma or dhammatan, they have vav. Al-Muslimuna has vav. Sadiquna vav. So we say both are in the rafa state. So it's a jumla ismiya. Let's to add inna. The moment you add inna, what happened to this sentence? Yes, try yourself first.
Innal muslimina sadiquna.
It's the benefit of attending the Urdu class before the English class. Okay. Innal muslimin, sorry. Innal muslimina, sorry. Al muslimina has become nas because muslimuna, rafa, muslimina, nas, muslimina. So it's the change form. Why it is mansub? Because it's muinna. And sadiquna is a raf. That is khabar. Now I will put another question to you. Al-Muslimuna, Al-Muslimina, Al-Muslim. Al-Muslimuna rafa, Al-Muslimina nas, Al-Muslimina jar. Al-Muslimina nas and jar is the same. How you will say it's in nas or it is in jar?
The waw noon is in raf. The ya noon is nasb.
But my question is, how you say it's a nas or jar?
If there is huruf jar or if there is mudaf or mudaf ilayh.
Very good. Who said this? Abali, you said this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, brother. When there is a harf jar before, the ism is always majroor. And when there is a inna, the ism inna is always mansub. The rule is that ism inna can't be majroor. And rule is that the harf jar after ism never be mansub. So this help us to identify al-muslimina here due to inna is mansub. If there was, for example, bil muslimina, fil muslimina, min muslimina, then we will say it's jar because harf jar. So the harf jar declare the word is in the jar state, and the inna declare it is the mansub. So if I say al muslimina is here majrur, you can say no, because it's ismu inna. Ismu inna is always mansub. So here the al muslimina is mansub. It can't be majrur. If I change instead of inna, I put here minal muslimina, or put here the anil muslimina, fi muslimina, bil muslimina, then you can say it's majrur. Why? Because harf jar in front. So the Abali, you are 100% right, brother. Thank you very much for helping me. The harf jar when come, the ism. When the harf inna come, is mansub. Though the state of the same, al-muslimina, al-muslimina, al-mu'minina, al-mu'minina, as-sadiqina, but when I say minad sadiqina, you say isma. When I say innat sadiqina, you say isma, because it's inna. Got the point? Okay. Al-mu'minuna salihuna. Al-mu'minuna is a proper noun. Salihuna is a proper noun. Both are in the rafa because both are bounding. So it's a jumla ismi. Like to attach inna. What happened to this?
Innal mu'minina
mu'minina
salihuna.
salihuna.
Innal mu'minuna salihuna. Now if I ask al-mu'minina, what is the status of al-mu'minina? Is mansub or majrur here?
Mansub.
It's
Why?
marfu.
Oh, very good. Somebody said
Because of
marfu.
inna.
Very good. I found my one brother who is told me something new. Yes, brother, how it is marfu? Al-mu'minina
You
is
asked.
marfu.
No, sir. I understood that you were asking about the al-mu'minun.
No, I never, I could not ask this mu'minuna. The word in front
You
means
did.
al-mu'minina. Why I can ask
You,
about al-mu'minuna?
might be I was focusing on the al-mu'minun and I could not understand what
I
you
am
told.
clearing the concept of al-mu'minina, nas and jar, with the help of inna and the harf jar. So I can't take the al-mu'minuna here. Al-mu'minuna just give me the jumla ismiya, and then I brought the change in jumla ismiya due to inna. So the change I am now discussing, this change will be either in the nas or jar. When it is inna, then we say it's nas. When it's a harf jar, suppose if I say minal mu'minina salihuna, how you will define it? Al mu'minina.
Is
Why?
Jar majroor.
jar.
Because harf jar in front of. Coming after the harf jar is just we declare this concept today. When there is a ism majroor and before it is a harf jar majroor. When there is a ism majroor before it is a ism. If no harf jar, that must be ism before it, and that ism will be mudaf. So mudaf. Only the fail verb may have a kasra to join ittaqai sakne. That is the third case where the temporary kasra comes to join the verb with the some other, the sakin or the sakin word. So, okay, al-munafiquna fasikuna. Al-munafiquna proper noun because alif lam. Fasikuna is a common noun because no alif. Al-munafiquna mubtada, fasikuna khabar. Why? Both are in the raf. Why it is raf? Because waw nun in. Okay. Let attach inna. So what will be the new sentence with inna?
Innal munafiqina.
Innal munafiqina
munafiqina
fasiquna.
fasikuna.
Now my question next will be al-munafiqina. It's a nas or jar.
Is nas.
Why?
Because of inna.
Ismu inna, not inna. Ismu inna. It becomes the ism of inna. So the ismu inna is mansoob. That is the reason. And fasikuna, why it's marfu?
Because it is khabar.
Because of you.
Khabar is always marfu.
Khabar.
That is the, not always khabar, but in case of inna, khabar is marfu. Ismo jumla ismiya, khabar is marfu. Not always, because there will, when the kana will come, the khabar will become the mansub there. So we have got a word, a sentence, al-baytu kabir. Al-baytu is a proper noun, mubtada. Kabirun is a common noun, khabar. Al-baytu and kabir both are marfu, dhamma and dhammatan, so jumla is. Let to attach the sister of inna is one is anna. Anna. If I attach anna, what happened to al-baytu kabirun?
أن البيت كبير.
كبير.
Anna al-bayta kabirun. Al-baytu become al-bayta. Why it become al-bayta?
Because of
Because of Anna,
the
Ismu
sister of
Anna.
Inna.
It's not ismo
Ismu
inna.
Anna.
Ismo anna. No, anna has come. Not the inna has come. We say ismo anna. Why the kabirun is rough?
Because of Habar.
Because it
Khabru
is in a
Inna.
state of
Anna Habar.
My khabar
Khabru
or
in
your
Khabru
khabar
Khabru
or somebody else khabar? Whose khabar is it?
Khabru Anna.
Anna.
Khabru anna. We will say al-bayta is mansub because ismo anna, and khabrun is marfu because it's khabru anna. It's not my or your khabar, it's khabru anna. That is marfu. Okay, let's have another example of the sister or akhwatu inna. One is anna, other was ka'anna. Let's to attach kana with al-baytu kabirun. What will be the new sentence?
كأن البيت
كأن البيت
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 كبير.
كبير.
Anna al-bayta. Al-baytu, what is mansub, marfu, manjurur?
It's
Why it
كأن
is
it's
mansub?
mansub
Why it is mansub?
because of
كأن
Ismu
اسم
Ka'anna.
And
اسمه
what is kabirun? Rafa nasjar,
Habar
Marfu.
كأن
marfu, rafa. So why it is rafa or marfu?
Khabru Anna.
كأن Habar.
Kan
Khabru kana. Kana is sister of inna. Inna, anna, kana. They all act samely. So they are sister. There is another word, lakin. That is also sister of inna. So al-baytu kabirun. Attached with lakinna, what will be the new sentence?
لكن البيت كبير.
كبير.
Lakin al-bayta kabira. Al-bayta is
بيت
mansub. Why is
كبير.
mansub?
Because of liking and the sister of An.
because Ismu Lakinna.
Ismo lakinna. And lakinna is sister of inna, so it will have the mansub ism. And what about kabirun? Why it is rafa or marfu?
Because Khabru Lakinna.
Habar liking.
So when there is a word inna, we say ismu inna and khabru. When there is anna, we say khabru the ismu anna and khabru anna. When there is kanna, we say ismu kanna and khabru kanna. When there is a lakinna, we say ismu lakinna and khabru kanna. When there is la'alla, so what will we say? Ismu la'alla and khabru la'alla. When there is a layta, we say ismu la'alla layta and khabru layta. Now you got the point. Whatever the inna and is akhwatu inna, the sisters come, they make the first ism their ism and the second, oh, I'm sorry. Let's wait a minute. So do you hear me? And you can see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yes. We can
Thank
see.
you. So let's continue the lesson. Writing symbols for Rafa and Nas. We say Allahu Ghafurun. Inna Allaha Ghafurun. The ismu inna become mansub and khabar become marfu. In the same way, we can say inna, anna, ka'anna, lakinna, laita, and la'al. So they are 6 actually in grammar. Let's to complete here. Let's to go for the next. Al-baytu kabirun. We say anna al-bayta kabir. Ka'anna al-bayta kabir. lakinnal bayta kabir. Allahu ghafur. Innallaha ghafur. So the question answer session, you will have this answer available in your textbook, so nothing to be worried about them. These phrases, translations, same, and the plural, singular plural is also there, and the 6 keys you have there, you will find in your textbook. And of course, this question, what does inna do to the state of first noun? Explain with the example. Inna converts the state of the first noun to nasb. For example, inna Allaha ghafur. So add inna into this. Zaidun saghirun. Add inna. What will be the new sentence?
Inna
Zaidan
Zaidan
Sagirun.
Inna Zaidan saghirun. Okay.
Yeah.
Al-mu'minatu salihun. Add inna.
Go another one.
Minata
Minata
Minata Salihatun.
You just do.
There is something going in the class. Okay. Innal mu'minata salihatun. Al-mu'minuna salihuna. Add the inna.
Innal
Innal
mu'minina
mu'minina
salihatun.
Innal mu'minina salihuna, not salihatun. Okay. The next is write the words which behave like inna. What are they called? Write with example. Some word more than words behave like inna. They are called sisters of inna. They are
Anna,
Anna
Anna,
al-bayta kabir.
lakin,
Anna kannal bayta kabir. Lakinna bayta kabir. So you can say that. Yesterday I told you Jumla Ismiya. Jumla Ismiya have two parts. One is the Mubtada, other is the Khabar. If some part come extra, we call it related to the Khabar. Today we will talk about the Jumla Failure. Jumla Failure have a fail, just like Jalasa. Jalasa, what is the meaning of Jalasa? Can somebody tell me the meaning of Jalasa?
He said.
He said. Where is the he? Jalasa, I don't see. If I say Jalasu, wow, alif is telling them. If say Jalasta, ta is telling anta. When say Jalastu, tu is telling ana. When say Jalastum, tum telling is the front you all. If we say Jalasna, not telling me. But when say Jalasat, here is also, there is no file. So file is hidden in first form and in the fourth form. That is Jalasa and Jalasat here. If you have only verb, that is a complete Jumla. So we need two things, fail and file. The file may be inside the fail, we can find it. So we say fail and file, join, make Jumla. So second thing is file. So Jumla failure need two things, fail and file. Sometimes what happens, the file appears. When the file appears, it's always ism. Just like Jalasa Hamid. Now we will not find the file in the fail. We will take this ism which is coming mansub, the marfu, the rafa. We will say this is file. So we say fail with this file become Jumla. Okay. Sometimes there may be some maf'ul which get the effect of that. Or there may be something related to the fail. That is called mutallik fail. Look another example. Jalasa Hamidun alal kursi. Jalasa is the fail. Hamid is the file because marfu. Alal kursi, jar majroor is the mutallik fail. Because the jumla is failure. Let's have another example. Dakhala, he entered. It is a complete failure. But if file appear, al-mudarrisuna, the file will be always marfu. Al-mudarrisuna is marfu because waw noon is the marfu sign we have studied. Fil madrisati, it's a mutallik fi'l, it's related to the fi'l. Let an example. Akala, he ate. It's a complete jumla. But if file appears, al-walidani is a marfu because walidani, walidaini. So it is a marfu. Ani is telling the marfu. So al-walidani is the file. So we found the fail and file. We say jumla. What about if I say dajajan? Is some coming mansoob after the fail? When come the marfu, it's file. When come the mansoob ism, it's maf'ul. So dajaja means chicken. Two boys ate the chicken. So chicken getting the effect of eating. So it's maf'ul. If I add fil mut'am, mut'am means in the restaurant where they eat. So it's a mutallik fail. So we got how many parts of jumla failure? Fail, file, maf'ul, and mutallik. Now, the next example is Kara al-tulabu. Kara is the fail. At-tulabu is the file because it's marfu. Al-Qur'ana, it's mansub because have the fatha. So that is maf'ul. Fil madrisas, jar majur, it's mutallik fail where he studied in the school. So if I say khalaqallahu al-ard, khalaqa is the fail, Allah is the file because it's marfu. Al-arda is the maf'ul because it's mansub. Nasara Hamidun Mahmuda. Nasara is the fail. Hamid is the maf'ul. Why? Because marfu. Mahmudun is maf'ul because mansub. Samain al-Qur'ana. Samena. Samea is the verb. Na is the file because now the file has not appeared. We will take out it from the verb. Na is the nahnu. Al-Qur'ana is the maf'ul. Fataha Zaidun al-Babaini. No, Fatah is the verb. Zaidun, what is that? Zaidun is a file because marfu. Well, about al-Babaini. What is this al-Babaini? What do you think?
Mutalik fail.
Why it's mutallik fail? Somebody said mansub.
Because it is majroor, sir.
Majroor, there is no majroor. You have to declare its status.
مفعولين
Good, excellent.
مفعولين.
Who said the Vasaram? You said okay. You are right. This is maf'ul because mansub is al-Babaini is mansub at the same time it's majroor. I told you when you find a ismi majroor, look, is there a harf jar? No. Is there a ism before it? You say yes, Zaidun, but Zaidun is not the mudaf. Why the Zaidun can't be mudaf? Anybody who want to get 10 marks of today's? Oh, doesn't the answer? It is not the answer. It is 0 number. Give me the answer. Why the Zaidun can't be mudaf?
Because it has double dhamma.
Yes. Mudaf is always khafif, light. No alif lam, no tanween. So Zaid can't be ism mudaf. When there is no mudaf, when there is no harf jar, so this word can't be majroor. This ism can't be majroor. This is always then mansoob. And in jumla failure, the mansoob ism when come, it is always maf'ul. So it's okay. Yaj'aluna asabihum fi azanim. Yaj'aluna is the mudari verb. Okay. Asabiyahum. It's coming as a murakkab. Ism plus ism. Fi azanim jar majroor. So at time, the file can come in the shape of compound. So we learn jumla ismiya, which start with the ism. We learn a jumla failure, which start with the fail, and the parts, components of jumla ismiya were what? Mubtada and khabar. If there is something else, we'll say concerned or related to our mutallik what? Khabar. In jumla failure, we had the component fail, file, maf'ul, and mutallik fail. When there is a fail only, we say it have the file itself. If the ismi marfu comes front of a verb or after the verb, we say it's file. If the mansub ism come, we say it's marfu. And the rest, if somebody come or some things come, maybe what the some things can be. It will be a one word, mufrid. It may be a jar majroor. It may be a zarf. It may be a jumla ismiya, maybe jumla failure, anything can, or it may be any compound, just like murakkab idafi, murakkab tawsifi, murakkab ishari, murakkab adad, murakkab atfi, anything can come. Then we say this is a muta'alliq fi'l. So then we saw the compound. Compound may be murakkab tawsifi, the sifa pair, kitabun karimun. It may be murakkab idafi, the relation pair, kitabullah. It may be murakkab jari, the fil kitabi. It may be murakkab ishari, hazal. We will study them soon. Now this is your homework. You have to find the murakkabat in them. For example, I show you here the murakkab tawsifi few. Just like al-azizu al-hamidu is a murakkab tawsifi. Azabin shadid murakkab tawsif. Al-hayatu dunya murakkab tawsif. Dalalun baidun murakkab tawsif. Al-azizu hakimun murakkab tawsif. Sabarun shakurun. Now you have to find the murakkab jari, murakkab shari, murakkab tafi yourself. It's your homework. So when ism comes, we want to know 4 things about it. We want to know case. Case means either is rafa, nas or jar. We want to know its gender. Is it a masculine or the feminine, muzakkar or muannas? We want to know its number. It's a single or dual or the plural. Mean wahid, musanna, jama. We want to know its musad. Musad means it's a nakra, common noun or marfa proper. So when ism comes, we want to know the case. We want to know its gender. We want to know its number. We want to know its kind. So these 4 things must be known whenever we find an ism in our text. Let's do. Time is over. So let's have quickly the answer of the question. Am turiduna mean am turiduna, or do you wish? Su'ila Musa, Musa was asked, Man yatabaddal al-kufra bil-imani, and whoever exchanges the disbelief with the faith, faqad dalla mean, so certainly he went astray. What kind of questions are prevented? That are based on relevance and that are based on obstinacy. And if one question is Allah or his messenger a wrong way, what happened to that? He will go astray or he loses the faith. Verily, the people before you were destroyed because they had put too many questions to their prophets or they disagreed with their prophets' teachings. Fi'l Amr Abdullah is Dilla. The maf'ul of irada is murad. The plural of sabil is subul. The first noun of inna comes state of nas. The inna when added to Muhammadun Rasulun, it becomes inna Muhammadan Rasula. Al mu'mina salihun add inna al mu'mina salihatu. Pick the word in rafa state, that is Muslimun and al Muslimu. The nas state example is Muslimina. What are the sisters of inna? Anna, kanna, lakanna, and la'alla. They are the sister of inna. Well, example of lakinna is lakinna al-bayta kabira. The kana added to al-baytu kabira become kana al-bayta kabira. Indeed, Allah is forgiving. Inna Allah tawabun. And that Allah is all hearing. Wa anna Allah samiyun. The 7 homework known to you. Let's to pray. May Allah help us to recite, understand, ponder, implement it, and memorize it. Subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Allahumma ighfir lana qabla al-maut, warhamna inda al-maut, wa la tu'azzibna ba'da al-maut, wa la tuhasibna yawm al-qiyamah. Innaka ala kulli shay'in qadir. Allah Hafiz. If you people have any questions, your questions are welcome.